record, see what happens. All right, so this is the team Zoom for April 2nd. We're going to talk about all the new stuff for summer, baby, and everything else. All right, so let's celebrate really quick for those that are going to watch later, too. No, baby. Say good night.
Good night.
Good night, sweet girl.
Go.
Good.
Go.
Go. Yeah, you go.
Ok, vete, estoy empezando ya. Cierra la puerta. Sorry, hold on. They always try to take advantage because they know they're not going to get in as much trouble when other people are watching. Except every once in a while, I'll be in a party. Like most of the time, I try to put them to bed before I party. Every once in a while, I'll have like an 8 o'clock party and they're not sleeping. They'll come to the door and they're like, Mommy. And I try several times to be like, leave. And it's like, give me 1 minute.
That happens at my party.
You go out there and you're like, if you don't go to, you know. So anyway, okay, so celebrations really quickly. If I saw correctly, Siobhan was our top PV with over $2,000 last month.
Yay! That's awesome.
That was a laugh. Ruth turned in her first party. Yay!
Yay!
Her launch. We had a few qualified. Pauline qualified last month, and Alice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Qualified.
Rachel.
Mandy and Michelle are recently just promoted to senior consultant. Yay! And Julie earned her free leadership incentive trip. She's going to Bahamas in September for free.
Yes.
All expense paid trip for 2. Way to go, Julie! It was crazy fun watching from my end, like the downline report and everybody. Just it felt like even just the last 3 or 4 days. Every time I would check the report, like people were turning in orders and parties, and it was just like, this is gonna be really good. So, if I saw correctly, I think Team Marino have their biggest team sales ever, right?
Yep.
I'm not sure if my Gen Zero had the biggest team sales, but as a downline, we had our biggest month ever. Hold on, I keep opening the door and the bag's getting
Hey, can y'all see me or hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, you guys.
Yay! So it was a crazy month. We beat our November, December, which tends to be our biggest months of the year.
Nice.
So as a team, we did better in March than the last 2 months. I mean, part of it is there was a lot of people working it last month, and part of it is our team is growing. So it's exciting to see like numbers get bigger and bigger.
Can y'all hear me?
I can.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Guys, I had 2.1 in PV in March.
Awesome! So you're right at the top.
I'm so excited.
Almost tied with Siobhan there.
Yeah.
That is
really awesome, and you're pretty new. You're still in Start Swell.
Yes.
Good job, and you're on your third Swell?
My third. Mm-hmm. Third.
Awesome. That means on top of a $500 paycheck, you got a $500 credit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You could get like everything from the catalog.
I know, right? Like, don't personalize everything in case you need to sell some of that.
But if it's free, it isn't so bad. I mean, I would probably do like a room or something, or a space. Yeah. Or Christmas gifts early.
I love it.
Whatever you want. Treat yourself to something that's yours. Okay, we're gonna get right into it because there's a lot tonight. But so we don't want to overwhelm you, but we do want you to be informed and have a plan for the month. An overwhelmed customer says no. So if you start throwing too much at your customers in your VIP group or in your parties, their brain will go, whoa. And an overwhelmed brain says, I'll figure it out later, and you won't get orders. So the big idea right now is that you just simplify and showcase just a couple things at a time. And you probably don't have a lot of the product in your hand. You don't have to. You can use pictures. I don't know why I feel blue, or it's the laptop. I think it might be the laptop. My face looks blue, but I think it might be the laptop.
You're good.
Yeah, I know, I look like I'm about to faint on my end, like really pale blue. But anyway, so we're gonna inform you of everything and make a plan. But the number one thing we want you to take away is not to feel overwhelmed and not to what we call vomit on our customers. Take it one thing at a time when you're explaining all the new stuff, because it's easy to say, oh, and by the way, all this baby stuff, and oh, and by the way, all this summer stuff. And when you throw too much at them, it's kind of like, oh, I don't even know what I need first. So
I think I threw a lot at my video today.
What was that?
I did a video today and I just threw it all out there.
Oh, well, it's fine. Because it's fine to, give an overall summary. That's okay. But I'm talking about like every day.
Okay.
Pick like one or two products and say, hey, check out this bag. This is good for whatever. Because the more your customers see the products, like especially real life pictures or how to use them, and they see it again later on, the same product. It takes, in advertising, they say it takes the brain 10 to 12 times of seeing the same thing to react either positive or negative. Like, oh yeah, I should try it, or no, never mind, I don't want it. Think of how many times you pass by the same billboard going to work. Eventually, you either remember and say, oh, I need to call that number, or you dismiss it like that is not something I need. And so it's the same thing in your VIP groups. You just want to remind them of, oh, you could use this bag for this. And eventually one of the pictures will click with one of your customers and they'll say, that's what I've been looking for. And so just keep it simple. So announcements. Today, they announced that they extended double Hostess credit through the 9th, which is next Monday. So, right, yeah. We have a week to put in an extra party. If you're not doing one on your own, if you just did one of your own, that's fine. If you haven't done one of your own in March, then this is a good week to do it. I always have a party link in my name. Every first of the month, I go in there and I make, so right now, this morning, I made one that says Stephanie's April Party. And anytime someone says I need to order something that's not part of a party, that's a friend or a customer, I say, here's the link, and I send them the party link, not just my website. And if someone asks, or if I feel like I need to explain, I just say, this lets me earn Hostess rewards, that lets me get prizes and build my inventory to show you more. And it lets me check their orders too. It's just easier for me to keep track if it's all group in one party. So that's my explanation. That's what you have. Did someone say something?
I said it's a great way to explain that that's how you keep giveaways for like prize packs or.
And it's honestly, it's not all giveaways. I just ordered some stuff, one thing for my office, something for my daughter. But every once in a while I throw in key fobs in my order, or and so that's how I say. I said it lets me do giveaways and build my inventory so I can show more. But yeah, that's because honestly, it doesn't really benefit them any. They're still paying the same amount, and it's not, but that's how I do it. Okay, so have that link open. I would strongly suggest trying to find one person. Like right now, I was just texting with a friend that I think she was supposed to party last month, but we never picked a date, so it kind of just slipped by. And she was just texting me today, so I'm going to have her see if she'll do it this week. But even if you start later in the week and keep, well, no, you would have to turn in Hostess rewards by Monday to get the double Hostess credit. So keep that in mind. And if you don't have days open to do live, you can always do a party without a set live time and just go live whenever you have, 10 or 15 minutes and do a party that way. So would it be helpful if I put another mock party on the team page for April?
I really enjoyed the last one that you did.
Okay, because Shay, one of our upline leaders, just posted one today on her team page. I don't want to repost the same one that I do. I'd rather post, different pictures so that you can choose what you want. But she just posted like all of it in one day, but obviously you would, spread it out for however many days your party is. But we can work on that. I can do that way. You can start your parties right away. So number 1, keep it simple on your customer page. Number 2, there's time to book one more party and hook them with that double hostess credit. Just turn it in by Monday. Yes, Monday. New enrollment kits. When is the opportunity event, Julie? Was it tonight?
I think so. For Becca?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was.
Well, we can still add people if we need to.
Yeah.
The leaders just last minute threw an opportunity event together today.
What time?
I've been out of the house all day. My daughter just got prescribed glasses, and a patch for a lazy eye, and it's just been a long day, so I haven't even been home. But it was today. But if you have someone that you have been talking to or need to revisit a conversation, maybe you started a conversation a while back. Every time there's a change in what they offer in enrolling, I revisit conversations. And most of the time they'll say, even if they say no thank you, they'll say thank you for thinking of me, not right now. But most of the time I get appreciation for, oh, she thought of me again. And so if you've started conversations, or even if you haven't, this is a good week to say, we have 5 options for enrollment kits right now. I don't know if you've seen, I don't know if it was announced very well. I need to post about it on our team page. But the two $99 ones, right? And now we have 2 options that are $50. They look a lot like the $99 ones with the totes, the large utility totes, but they have summer products. So it's the Cool Cinch thermal that looks like the cinch sack, the snack pack, and what else is it? I don't remember what else.
I think it's one of those little, it's like one of those, cinch sack, a large utility tote, and maybe one of those little shark or watermelon.
Yeah, little snack packs.
Yeah.
I think you get all 3 of them.
Oh, maybe so.
I think you get all 3.
And the lid to the tote. I just didn't know if there was something else.
There was one more thing, though. I
felt like there was one other thing. So anyway, those are $50. And then there's a deluxe enrollment kit. That's $179. But they get things like is it the tray or the
like everything?
A lot.
Right. A Studio 31 purse, something in the wood collection. It's over $650 worth of product.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of the 5 enrollment kits, if they qualify, means sell their first $1,000 in their first 30 days. So it doesn't even matter if they join April 30th.
Yeah.
They have 30 days to sell $1,000, and they get their whatever they paid for the kit back.
Right.
In their next paycheck. So if they spent $179 and qualify, they get the $179 back. If they spent $50 and qualify in 30 days, they get the $50 back. We lost Ruth, huh? And so those are all really good reasons to either start a conversation with someone who's been a past hostess, who's been a super fan, maybe that lady that's always commenting on your posts on your customer group, or a family member that you just think they would do really well or love it. Those are all good reasons to start a conversation. I'm always looking for a way to start conversations instead of, hey, don't you want to join my team? And so you could just talk about the different options in starting. And then you have, Julie and I, whoever's your director or either one of us, you have our support in getting started. I know sometimes one of the things that holds us back from sponsoring is feeling like we're not ready to take on a new team member, because then you feel like you have to train them yourself and help them get started. So don't ever let that stop you. We are here, and in fact, Cierra la puerta, yo no he terminado. He comes in like dramatic. Okay. We're here to help, and I know it's easier for us, and I mean, Julie can chime in, but it's easier for us to help when we know how to help. And by that I mean, like, when you tell us what you'd like us to help with. But we're here for that, and we're here to help them with their first parties. I know I did several launch parties last month, and we're trying to book a few more for new consultants this month. So that's what we're here for as directors. You don't have to do all that by yourself. But
I wanted to mention that Erica made a really, really cute graphic for the 3 enrollment kits.
Oh, okay.
Erica, you might want to post that on Stephanie's team page as well, so her girls can get that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Super cute.
Let's share, and I found one too, but let's share as much as we can so we're not all looking.
Yeah, and also, could y'all let me know when the next little opportunity call will be? And also so right after Hostess has a party, we've kind of been talking back and forth about this April 2nd, the options coming, and she said that she had actually been thinking about it when I first brought it up. So I didn't want to be pushy, but I kept planting seeds and just kind of slipping in there different things, like if you decide to, become a consultant, that's something you may want to remember, and she's like, yeah, okay, cool. And so I'm like,
what do you do next?
Because we just closed your party out this weekend, and I don't want to be like, okay, here we go right now, throw it all at her. But I feel good about it, but it needs to be right time. It's like,
well, and sometimes we think, man, they just had a party. How are they going to start and have another party? But this is a good time to start and have another party because there's new stuff to show.
She has a lot of contacts that are interested in it.
Well, and there's new things to show. So she doesn't have to show what she showed in her last party. She can show baby and summer stuff. One of the first questions I would probably ask is, if you're still interested, which it sounded like you were, is there something holding you back? Because for most of us, when we were thinking about it, there was maybe something holding us back.
True.
And usually it's a fear or a concern, I guess, that can be solved or worked around. Maybe it's, oh man, I just don't have enough time, but they're thinking they need like hours when really they can schedule here and there their time that they work there. So that would probably be my first question. You had an awesome party. I know we were talking about it. There's new stuff coming out and the enrollment kit. Is there something holding you back? And then just let her share. And then you can problem solve with her, whatever it is. And
really good, thanks.
The booking bootcamp videos we have on our team pages, part 3 talks about conversations, what we call pink pipeline conversations, and the 3 main objections people have, and how to problem solve with them with those 3 main objections, which usually it's time, money, or what's the third one? Support. Either from the husband or feeling like she would be starting on her own, which she wouldn't. We know our team is great. So yeah, those are good. Okay, so Summer Essentials. So Baby and Summer just came out. Do we have anything we need to go over about Baby and Summer stuff? Did you try the product testing? Julie, you did?
Yeah, I did it.
Did it work?
Yeah, it was great.
I need to follow up. I have 3. So what we did, and you can still do it now, because last week consultants were able to order through our marketplace with a 40% discount. So what we did, but I didn't, I got so busy turning in all my parties that I had to prioritize. But what a lot of the leaders started doing, and you guys are more than welcome to go ahead and give it a try, is we posted that baby products are available, and we're looking for 5 product testers. Because honestly, you want moms. I mean, my kids are not babies anymore, and you want honest reviews from people who are actually using the product. So we asked for product testers, and we limited it to 5 because we really don't want to throw our 40% discount at everybody. And basically offered them one item at 40% off because you would order through Marketplace, or they can party and get an item at 40% off when they party. Or what was the other one? I saw another one.
Ooh, that one's good.
There's another, I don't know, maybe it was Alyssa that was saying do a catalog party. I guess offer them either a catalog party where they basically carry the product around with them and a catalog and collect orders, or a Facebook party. So basically you're offering them an item at 40% off, and then anything else they want they can get with their Hostess rewards. In exchange for the 40% off, you ask them to do a review on your customer page and to post about it on their personal page, just to kind of help you spread the word. So that's a good way to help introduce baby. Okay, the consultant incentive. That one is, did you guys see the 3 levels this month? So a lot of times there's only 1 level, and it's like sell 1,000, you get this, or sell 500, you get this. But this time there's 3 levels, and each level has a kit. And it's summer things that are available now or will be available like in June, July. So the first level is that large utility tote in the limited edition. I guess that'll be available in May, right? Because May is this special. Mm-hmm. So each level has different. There's $1,000 if you sell 1,000, if you sell 2,000, or if you sell 4,000. So this is the month to set a really big, scary goal. You had a really good March that will help you springboard into April. And if you feel like you don't have enough parties, but you had a really good March, you follow up with everybody from March. A lot of people will start getting their orders soon, and like usually the day or 2 after they get their order is when I send a text that says, or messenger, whichever way you are more comfortable, but that says, I just noticed your order got delivered and I wanted to make sure everything's okay. Are you loving your bags? And I let them answer. When they answer, especially the excited, yes, I love my bags. Then I'm like, well, new stuff came out and I have 4 spots left to party. I'd like to help you get some free stuff for summer. And that's usually how I follow up and get parties, but I don't throw the party idea out at first. I kind of just let them respond about their order first. So yes, set a big scary goal, and I always set 2 goals. I set my minimum, but then like we hear a lot, we want to stand on our minimum instead of like reaching for it at the end of the month. So I set a minimum and I set my dream goal. And so like my dream goal this month is 4,000. I've only done that twice. And my minimum is 2,000. So in my mind, I'm not going to think 2,000. I'm going to think 4, because if I don't make 4, at least I'll make the 2. And so we just think of our goals that way. I set a minimum, like, okay, I'm going to stand on that 2,000. I'm going to reach for the 4,000.
Excuse me, I had to break up the fight. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're okay. We're moms. I've been stepping out this whole time. I think I'm going to leave the fundraising in May, maybe do a live, because that can get long. But May, let me just throw this out there. May is a great month to do a fundraiser. And now is the time to think about it and find who to either. So fundraiser or give back project. The difference is a fundraiser is you're helping a organization earn money or, raise money. That's a fundraiser. A give back project is you're donating bags. So I would say May, as a team, I think we're going to really promote either give back projects or fundraisers because of the large utility tote special. And it's our most popular tote at our best discounted special price. Like some specials are 50% off, like the purses last month. Some are 60. Well, these totes are what, 70% off? And the price point is perfect for fundraisers. So start thinking about that, but I'll do a separate live on details, and I'll find my video from last year that explains how to do that. Julie's going to talk to us about how to earn Maui and conference.
Yep.
Hey.
So, are y'all excited about Maui? I mean,
yes.
Seriously. Yeah. Some of y'all are brand new. brand new, but this is attainable for all of you.
Yeah.
Because rather than the 5 or sometimes 6 months that we have to earn leadership incentive trip, this time we have a whole year to do it. And so even if you're just starting out, this is a great chance for you to just jump in, set high goals for yourself each and every month. Don't settle for, $200 and I'm good because I can, I'll stay qualified and great. If you have any desire at all to go to Maui for free, and who wouldn't, then this trip can be yours. And so it's all about setting your goals, though. So there are some graphics out there, and I think if it's not Stephanie, is it posted on your team page?
April, you mean the ones where she broke it down into I think April posted on onboarding and on Team Medlin, but we can post it on our team.
Yeah, those are really, really good graphics because it shows you if you're really strong in PV, then there are graphics that show, okay, you're going to need this amount during, for each month, and then, set yourself up for, what was it? I wish I had them printed out, and I don't, but.
Well, the trip for 2, your minimum PICAs is 5.
Right. And then you needed a total of 45,000. 45,000. Okay. So that is your level 1 to get to the trip.
The first level that earns you the trip, because there's levels that earn you cash.
Yeah. So, and then once you're on the trip, then it just goes up from there. So you have, I guess if you're going to look at it, I think there's 5 levels. The first 2 are cash. The 3rd level is the trip. But then the next 2 levels are the trip with cash included, or a gift card, so you have money to spend while you're on the trip. So I guess really and truly the point here is just to put it in your mind and decide you're going for it and you're going to do it. Because on our leadership retreat, Amy Murray said, if you decide something and you make it a goal and you really shoot for it, make it a non-negotiable and you're going to get there. So that's what I want to encourage you all with, is just do what it takes to push just a little bit harder. Do one extra party to bump your PV up every month. For me, my goal each month is $2,000 and 1 recruit. So by the end of it, I'll have plenty, because I'll have, if I can do it, I'll have 12 recruits, and they're $2,000, 2,000 points in PV. So
consistent PV and a sponsoring mindset.
Yes.
Whether you're taking an order or working with a hostess, you're just thinking of, who would love the blessing of the team, versus just collecting orders.
Right.
And then just party, because I can tell you most of the team members that I've sponsored came from parties. Either they watched me or they hosted. And so the parties will do 2 things. They'll increase your PV and they'll increase the opportunity that you share the business with someone.
Right. And the more you party, the more you're going to get parties out of that, and the more recruits you're going to get out of that. It's just just an ongoing thing. Sorry?
Oh, I was just agreeing. It's like how I get to meet people, that I didn't already know.
Yeah, because one of the things that I hear people tell me all the time when we talk about the opportunity is that their circle is so small and they don't have a lot of friends. And I just go into, but your friends know friends that you don't know, and it's the old commercial. Tell two friends, and they'll tell two friends, and so on and so on and so on. And that's how this is.
Yeah.
So, anyway, make it a goal. I think it'd be a fun team thing to do is build dream boards again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we did.
What did we do in May? Did we do it in May?
I haven't done one since Roseanne had us do it that first year.
Oh.
I need to redo mine.
Yeah. Mine has my. It's magnetic, so I cover it. I shouldn't cover it, but it's a dream board.
Yeah. So, and a dream board can be anything. Mine was
that is your goal. Yeah.
Yeah. And, you could put your little encouraging postcards on there. You can, whatever you need to push yourself and put it somewhere where you can see it every day. And, print the Maui logo off of the LIT section in the leadership.
Well, I usually just Google the resort.
Yeah.
And I print a full-size picture and I put it like right where I'm going to see every day. And I'm like, that's where I'm going.
Yep. I'm going to be on that beach.
Yeah. I'm going.
Yeah.
Okay. So conference real quick, and then we can have a few minutes if we need Q&A.
Yeah. So conference, is everybody going?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yay. I'm so glad, Erica. So here's the thing about conference.
One's trying.
If you're just on the fence about it, or you really, really want to go, and you might not quite be there as far as making a decision, do an extra party. If it's the financial aspect of it, we can help you set a plan to where you can actually, get there. It's a game changer, y'all. This is where things really happened for me, because I set a goal right there in the auditorium and said, I'm going to be there next year crossing that stage. I'm going to be there crossing that stage when I earn my first LIT. I'm going to earn my director's bonus. You learn all these different things. You're in this pink bubble and you see the big picture of the company. There is absolutely nothing like it that you will ever be a part of. And it is just something that I get super excited about and passionate about. Erica has heard me just go on and on about it because it is that phenomenal. So I really, really, really want to see all of y'all here.
The statistics are there, and I don't know the numbers very well, but I know that out of the ones that go to conference, they're more likely to have a higher PV the next year to promote into leadership because of the training, but also because of the inspiration and the motivation. Like, you see all these people who've done it and you realize they're not much different than you, except maybe they did a little bit, a different technique, or they just were persistent, and you think, well, then if they could do it, then I can do it, and I'm going to do it. And so it's very motivational on top of the training. Like, yeah, it's just hard to explain. It's kind of like it's hard to explain to someone thinking about joining how awesome the team is, or how great the company is, or you just don't understand until you just try it. And it's the same thing with conference. Like, we can't really tell you how this 48 hours is like.
Well, the other thing is that, you hear about the sisterhood all the time, and being online in front, here on Zoom, and you see each other's faces, you get to know one another, and talking each other on Facebook Messenger or whatever, you get to know each other that way. But when you actually walk into that auditorium and you see that person face to face for the first time,
it's like, oh, Julie, you're much taller than I thought you were.
No, it is just incredible. And so we felt
like we had already met when I met Julie the first time. We had been doing it for, I don't know, a year? I don't know.
Yeah, almost.
And we were just like, hey, but then we're like, wait, this is our first time in person. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And, when I first joined, I always heard about the sisterhood, and, oh, it's so great. And I'm thinking, this is the cheesiest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. But then I get there, and I'm like, oh, my sisterhood. I get it now, you know? And so, it's just the craziest thing, because until you are there, you will see, it's like, oh, my eyes just are wide open now. But if you can make it happen any way, shape, or form, just go.
And I know both Erica and Siobhan are close to promoting the senior consultant. And they have really cool that Julie and I got to do as senior consultants, where you help pack kits that are sent around the world. They're like toiletry kits that 31 Gives sends to like disasters around the world, or even just third world countries. And it's only for senior consultants. So that's pretty cool too.
It is.
Okay, really, so Q&A in the last 2 minutes. Anything that we may have missed, or that you have a question about, or that we need to cover? A lot of good stuff. We could talk forever about our excitement.
I think y'all pretty much answered the question that I had already.
Yeah, the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let them lead. I know it's easy, even for me, when they say something, to get excited and want to throw it all at them.
Yeah.
But just like with customers, if you throw it all at them, they're, I always think a confused mind says no, or an overwhelmed mind says no. So let them lead with their questions. Give them simple answers. They don't need to know all of it. They don't need to know exactly how Start Swell works. They do need to know that they can earn free stuff. They don't need to know, all the incentives and how, just enough to tell them, or to calm their fears of failure, which is one of the biggest reasons I think that people don't join, is I don't think I can do it. So you show them the tools and listen is a big one. Okay, we have less than a minute. I'm gonna see where this recorded to. This is on my laptop. I knew the folder to find it, so I'm gonna try to find it and post it. If not, we'll try to go live. In our next one, we're going to try to do this every month, but we've decided the end of the month is better, so to prepare for the next month. So April 24th is a Tuesday, will be our next one, and we'll talk about May. But I will go live and talk about fundraising sometime this week, so that we can all plan for a really good fundraiser next month. Otherwise, I know as we start doing this more constantly, we'll get more people on, because they'll have it scheduled ahead of time. This was a last minute change, but there's so much going on. We wanted to make sure you were prepared for a really